Welcome back to the lifestyle segment of the Chisambo Show. Just last weekend, I was invited to an event called Women Aspire. And boy, am I glad that I went, because they were sharing information and tips on how we can do life better. And so they covered various topics, and I took copious notes, as you can tell, which I'm going to share with you. But today I just want to concentrate on the topic of relationships. Now, of course, they were targeting women, but the information and the tips are good for anyone. Okay, so the lady who was presenting the topic on relationships was called Ruth Mbera, and what an inspiration. So she said, this is how she started. She said that people act badly because they need to be loved. And most times when we see people acting badly, we tend to shun them, we gossip behind their back, and we give them titles and labels, you know, drama queen and drama king and so forth. And she was saying that the reason why we step on one another's toes is because we lack kindness. And when I reflected on that, I thought, how true, because we all tend to be insular. We look out for our own interests, what we want, what we need, and we don't pay attention to what other people need. And sometimes before we form relationships, we look at what people are portraying, what they are giving out to us. They may have loads of makeup, they may be smiling, and we make our judgments based on that. But that's just the cover. We need to ask questions to find out whom we're getting into a relationship with. Because in the long run, there may not be relationships that we may vibe with, relationships that may serve us well. So always ask questions. Don't just make assumptions, or don't just label people and make judgments based on what you see, because there's more to people than what we see. And she said, you know, once you're in a relationship and maybe you fall out over something, don't broadcast it. You know, do that. You know, take the time to spend time with the person. You know, work it out between yourselves. And if it doesn't work out, you know what, that's fine, because some relationships are only supposed to serve you for a period of time. So let those go if you need to. But those that you know are important, even if you fall out, sort it out amongst yourselves. Because, hey, listen, even in families, we don't always agree. So that will be the same with friendships that you form. So those are the three things that I gleaned from that. I think there's actually much more, but this is all I'm going to give you today. And I hope that you do take these tips and put them into practice in your own life, because you will see positivity in your life, in your relationships, because that is what we are after. So don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We are going to hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back after this.